Hey, it's George from Triangulated back with another edition of Listen to the Markets. This week should be a short one as well, but I'll do a little screen share. I'm not going to be in the photo for this one, but you guys will have to live without seeing me. So anyway, the situation in Iran, the war in Iran continues, and really there's still a lot of focus on the Strait of Hormuz, if I'm pronouncing it right. But the status changes a lot. I actually asked Grok, which is X's AI, if it could provide a timeline of the status of the Strait of Hormuz over the past 3 weeks, and it's here's April 1st to 7th. Traffic is at a standstill. 8th to 12th, very few ships crossed. Then the U.S. blockade took effect. Then it was briefly reopened. Then Iran reversed course, so on and so forth. So this continues to just yo-yo back and forth as to the status of things. And not surprisingly, here I've brought up a chart of the oil ETF, but oil just continues to bounce back and forth. Every new post or tweet or whatever we want to call it leads to reasonably decent sized price moves. But what is interesting to me, at least, is that the stock market seems to have reached a point where it doesn't really care. We got another Trump v. bottom, a lot like the last one related to the tariffs. And it seems like when the S&P gets to a certain level, Trump will essentially say what he has to say to get the stock market to stop falling. So we got another V bottom, and despite the continued sort of volatility and uncertainty around Iran, the stock market just isn't coming back. It's not really trading with oil anymore, which seems to be implying that it's moved on. It doesn't care. The war in Iran is no longer an issue. For my style of trading, V bottoms are very difficult, so it's been frustrating, but that's the way it goes. And similar action in the NASDAQ index, all-time highs in the stock indexes, which you just can't really ignore. So the only other thing to share this week is I saw sort of a funny post where, I don't know this guy, but he said, breaking news, Iran says it does not know who is currently in charge of the United States. And this woman, Amy Nixon, posted the S&P 500, which seems to roughly agree with what I see and how Trump creates these V bottoms. So earnings season is starting soon. I think it may have already started, but the bulk of it's going to come soon. And so we'll see what companies are saying. But I think we're waiting to see what narratives will come next from the market. And in the meantime, stocks are marching higher and sitting at all-time highs, are very, very close. So that is a sign. That's it for this week. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks.